I don't really know what's going on with Zoka at this point in time, but I know that it's been a while that I've been reporting on her and I seen her decline. I remember when she first came to Carbonation from California, how vibrant and young and happy this little girl was. Now she's looking old, she's homeless, and she used to be the housekeeper with Sheba. Um, she had a breakdown on this live. It was a couple of days ago, but I'm now seeing it. I'm quite sure there's a whole bunch of people that haven't seen it that I want to share this with. This is the aftermath of dealing with somebody like Nature Boy and him breaking you down mentally. Always remember, you can physically be abused and heal, but when somebody mentally abuses you, sometimes you don't snap back from that. And we know the kind of hold that he has on them because they're still there. Zoka literally broke down in this live and started crying. This is all over Nature Boy, someone who we know deep in his heart does not care for any of them. He treats them all like objects, like they're not even human. And they sit around and wait, hoping that he's going to come home, not knowing that Nature Boy's about to do a sentence. And he's making his life even more difficult, the things that he's doing in jail right now actively. Zoka has cracked up. This is not a bash Zoka. This is not a making fun of Zoka. My heart goes out to her because I'm a mother myself. And it's really sad to see the turmoil that she's going through. Um, Nature Boy hasn't even cried, not even one day in jail. And yet these women are going through all these emotions and they're
There's homeless people. There's no place for them to lay their head at nighttime. People are on drugs, bruh, because they're trying to cope with the pain that they had, and they don't have no answers. And we sitting here. The Messiah has been sitting here to literally help us, but we lock him away because of our own ignorance and self-hatred. And I don't want to do nothing else with my life. I will not live in a home. That's how deeply I take this. I'll not live in a home. I won't use none of what the system gives me. I'll solely just rely on donations and walk by this knowing, because that is what the Christ does, That's what the Christ does.
and
We
they're
should all
crying. Some people might say these are crocodile tears. I don't know what kind of tears these are, but there has to be something wrong for a person, whether they're crocodile tears or real tears, to sit on a live and cry over someone that they consider a God and a Messiah. The brainwash and the reprogram is serious. That's why we have to protect what our kids are looking at. We have to let them know that they're loved, because they might know who Nature Boy is. They might even have the same belief system, for all we know, of what Nature Boy is teaching or having them spread around. I've been said many of years doing carbonation commentary on Nature Boy. Even when Nature Boy is not present, tell me if I'm wrong, he's always there because he reprogrammed and brainwashed them to be his content, his disciples, his followers, all of the above, his servants, so that when he wanted to take time off of social media, or now he's taking time off because he's in jail, he could use them to spread the message. So Nature Boy's not really in jail because Zoka is Nature Boy. Aya is Nature Boy. Malia is Nature Boy. True is Nature Boy. Very questionable. Aya has turned into a complete liar. She has taken on shape and form of Nature Boy. Zoka is definitely Nature Boy. He's always she's the Haitian princess. She's the one that will get down on the get down. His father's slapping somebody upside the head like she did Malia on cue for Natureboy. They live for Natureboy and they're not living for themselves. And that's why, if you notice, True is cracking up too. He went from at the beginning, I'm not going to be on Big O every day, all day. I'll be on here Monday through Friday. He was trying to like subliminally say he's not Natureboy. He's going to be on here speaking the knowledge, but half the time you people don't want to know the knowledge. So he's not going to waste his time. But now he's on Big O. He's on Instagram from time to time. True's even cracking up. See, it's the ones that think that they can't be broken that get broke. True's cracking up. Zoka's cracking up. Aya's cracking up. Malia been gone. That's why they don't even put her on as a spokeswoman. Even though she's a chiefess, she's not like a velvet. She cannot articulate herself. She's just there like furniture. Malia been checked out. She been had her breakdown when she had to go back to her hometown, went into that hospital, and had to sit with herself, because she sat with herself, trust me. But she was ashamed to go back to her family because of how they would have looked at her. So she went back to Natureboy. Malia is not in a happy place neither. None of them are. 𝗪𝗛𝗪, we know she's not happy. 𝗪𝗛𝗪's the type of person, she wears her feelings right on her face. She's always thinking. 𝗪𝗛𝗪's sitting with herself too. But when you're with somebody that's toxic, hanging around the barbershop for too long, you get a haircut, you lose who you are. You forget what you do for fun. It's just like being in a relationship. If you're in a relationship that's toxic for many years, you forget what you did for fun, because they always say when you get out that relationship, keep yourself busy so you don't go back to it or you don't drive yourself crazy. But if you lose who you are because you change for that person, then you forget what you did for fun. You lose yourself. And that's when you go back to the toxicity, because you don't know who you are. You lost yourself. Here you have somebody that's can control your life, tell you what to do, when to eat, when to sleep. You get used to that. At first it was not normal. You felt maybe uncomfortable. But if you stay around the barbershop too long, you're going to get a haircut, and then it just becomes second nature. It becomes normal, the norm, to be controlled, abused, and used and abused. It's okay. You make excuses up for it. And you stay in that relationship because that's all you know. When we know, looking in, it's toxic, they don't look at it like that. They look at it like we're the crazy ones. How dare you talk about our God, our Messiah? But Zoka should have realized when she was on that live, when she got off, it's time to go. I'm having nervous breakdowns, crying on live over somebody I'm calling the Messiah or God. And he's not God, because if he was God, he would know how to get himself out of jail. God would know how to get himself out of jail. God wouldn't even be in jail. If you listen to a lie for too long, you will believe that lie eventually. That's for anybody. If I stayed around someone who lied all the time, it's like that in relationships. We listen to lies all the time. We've all been in relationships with men. You know the man's lying. But you stay with him for so long, you get to the point when he tells you, that wasn't me that did that. You just you say, well, maybe it wasn't him. You try to make it make sense when you know it don't make no sense. And that's what they're doing. That's what True's doing. That's what they're all doing. They're trying to make something make sense that don't make no sense. They should already know the man ain't no good. Anytime your own disciples are ready to go and stand on a jury and get you convicted. You got Musa denouncing them. If you don't know how to sit with yourself so you can say it's time for me to go, you got everybody around you that been through the same situation with Natureboy. And they have all left, and none of them had nothing good to say about him. But yet and still, you sit there and defend this man who disrespected you the whole time, never defended you, and never cared to defend you. Because it's not about you. It never was about you. It's never gonna be about you. It's always been about Nature Boy and Nature Boy only. And what I really feel like she's crying about is how foolish she is for staying in this situation. And I know she's stuck. She doesn't know how to get out this situation. And a mind is a terrible thing to waste. A mind is a real terrible thing to waste, and it's really sad that this girl is not getting it. She's not getting it. And when she does get it, it's gonna probably be too late, you know? That's why they should listen to Velvet. She speaks from her heart, you know. She got her little flaws, but so do I. So do you. But she's tired of being tired. Velvet got tired of being tired. Sometimes you gotta go through some things to get strong and to get wiser. But the thing is you don't want to keep making mistakes to keep learning from them. And I think that they made a real big mistake, and I hope that they learn from it really soon. I believe if Nature Boy gets sentenced, that's when they'll open up their eyes and see that that's not where it's at, and it's never gonna be where it's at. And if they understand that, that's the better off they'll be.